Hi team, once again I welcome you to the channel AI ML with Kapil Pawar. So yesterday we discussed about the life cycle of our data science project. So now we are moving slowly into the mainstream, which is the machine learning, prediction, and all of these things, which is the core part of the data science. But before jumping there, we just want to make a small video where we are going to let you know that what is exactly the difference between a conventional programming and the machine learning programming. Okay, so what we do as a conventional programming is, if you just check it out, so conventional programming, we always write the algorithms, correct? Yeah, so there we write the algo. If I say it here, conventional, and here we'll write for the ML. So what is the difference between them? Okay, so conventional we write the algo. It means like there is a box of code, I write the algo there. It means I know the logics, core logics, then we put a question there and then we get an answer as an output. Okay, so this is what is in conventional programming, which we used to do as in software development and on all those parts. Now let's come into the machine learning. What exactly the machine learning is? In machine learning, we aren't about finding out the answer, we are always finding about the models. Okay, so we need to develop a model. Now how it does, it has the two parts, part 1 and part 2 of developing this thing. So in the first part, we just send the questions, we just send the answers and let machine learn these things. Okay, so machine itself learns the pattern between Q and A. Definitely we help them with the various functionalities and with the methods which we call as a machine learning methods. So we learn and then it gives output as a model. Okay, now in the next step what happens is, when you have the model ready, now going forward, when you are asking a question to the model, it will give you the answer. So that's how the machine learning things works. Okay, now as the same part, let's come to the second page, and what we'll discuss is then what is the difference between this algorithmic things and the machine learning, like when we should use what. Okay, so machine learning models, we always know that the accuracy is a concern. Okay, so accuracy of a machine learning model cannot be 100% accuracy. Okay, until unless it's a really a very simple line or it's a sinusoidal, like the moment when you can convert it to a simple mathematical expression and you can create it as an algorithm, then you should definitely go with the algo, correct? So accuracy cannot be 100%. This is a challenge for machine learning. Yeah, definitely using the various methods someone can go and touch 100%, but when you utilize that model, it won't be able to generate that much part per part. So how we should know that when we should stop working in this? So let's see, like I write here, we have the data set. Okay, while doing the modeling, we break down this data set into the two part, one is train and one is test. Okay, now what we do is, in train we have both the parts, question and answer. We pass this question and answer to the model and model learns. Okay, machine learns and it gives a model as an output. Now when we pass the question of this test to that model, we got one answer. So that answer, like after this I have generated a model. Now to this model I am passing this question, only the Q part. What I'll get the predicted one. We'll get the prediction, the predicted results. Now we know that for this question what answers our model has given, what was the actual answer. We have the actual values also here. Okay, so we can check that what is the accuracy of this model. At the same time, after developing this model, I can again pass my this Q and I can get one more prediction. So this I'll say that train predict, and this is what is a test predict, correct? So for the train predict, again, like we can have a train predicts and we also have an answer which is actual to that. We can calculate this accuracy also. Now let's see what happens in what case, like which is the overfitting, underfitting and the normal part. So suppose I just write it here, it's my train accuracy results and my test accuracy. Okay, if your training accuracy is higher, with compared to the test accuracy. Okay, it's higher means more higher, like it's almost delta of the 10% or 7-8%. It means you are on the overfit. It means we have trained our data in such a manner that it's capable of giving all the answers for the train part. That's why the training accuracy is so high. But definitely in the same time we have learned a lot of noises and we have misinterpreted that. That's why the test accuracy, like when we are trying it on the actual results answers, when a new type of question set is coming, our answers will have an imputed noise or like some wrong decisions within that. So that's why its accuracy will be poor. Now coming, let's say that my train accuracy is lesser than my test accuracy. That's we call as an underfit. Okay, it means like still there are the chances like we can train our model in a better way, like by training the hyperparameter or maybe selecting with some more new better technique. And what we call as a normal fit, which we should use, okay, where your train accuracy is almost near to your test accuracy. Okay, in such a cases like the delta will be almost like within plus minus 3%, correct? But yeah, so that should be within plus minus 3%. Here like the delta is like the more than 5%. Here also I can say the delta is more than 5%, correct? So this is how like you can find out like your model is an underfit, overfit or normal fit. This is really a very basic for understanding that what is the basic conceptual difference between conventional programming and this programming. Now let's just go and see the summary like what we have discussed today so far. So what we discussed is like what is in the conventional program. Conventional program, we have the algorithm, we know that what is the logics to be used. Suppose if it is the line equation and we have perfect line, we know that y equal to mx plus c, we have the value of m, we have the value of c. The question may be like some questions, and based on that like it's passing the x, I can generate the y as an output. Okay, so there we know that what is the equation of line there. What is the ML? We are sending the question, we are sending the answer, then we are finding out the model. Okay, so finding a line is easy. Now detecting between dog and cat, it's really a difficult thing. So that's why we gave the lot of images of dog, lot of images of cat, and we are also telling that this is dog, this is cat. Based on that, the model learns. Going forward, when you are passing some more new image to the model, if it belongs to one of the part, either dog or either cat, it will definitely identify that. Correct? Now coming to this next part which we discussed, that was like what is about the accuracy of model. Why don't we achieve the 100% accuracy in the test or in the training? Correct? So all type of data has some types of impurities or like they are non-linearities are involved within that. So training up to that part, when we are covering there in like non-linearity also like becoming the part of your model, definitely you are going to lose the accuracy at your test side. So this is what we discussed, that what is the basic methodology of doing prediction. We have a data set, we break it down in the two part, train and test, where for the train and test both we have the actual question and actual answer. We generate a model using the trained data set. Now we check the accuracy of training set and accuracy of test set using the predict and the actual, like the comparison between predict and actual, correct? Then what should we interpret out of those accuracies? Now the overfit, when your training accuracy is too high compared to the test accuracy. So the normal thing that we should always stop at a level where our train accuracy and test accuracy both are in a sync, like there doesn't have that much delta within that. So that's all for the today. So tomorrow we'll just start reading that what are the types of machine learning methods like supervised and unsupervised, and then we'll slowly start with discussing our first technique, that is the linear regression. So what happens within that and what is the different type of hyperparameter, the learning rate and all these things we'll discuss in the depth. I hope you will like this video, and we are equally seeking for the support. So please share this channel, subscribe, like and hit that bell icon so that you are always aware that when we are putting our video. So we are planning to put our videos like Monday to Friday every day on the 7 o'clock. And if you have any query, you can just comment and let us know. We'll reply on that part. Thank you so much.